We need to talk about a fundamental shift that's happening right now in AI development. It's a move beyond the familiar idea of the copilot and into the emerging reality of the AI agent.
The prevailing view right now is that this whole wave of AI is, well, just a more powerful version of tools we already have. Basically, an intelligent assistant to help us write code a little faster.
That view is wrong. It fundamentally misses the architectural change that's taking place. And that is a critical miscalculation.
To really understand what's coming, you have to stop seeing this as one continuous line of progress. Think of it as two very distinct phases. Copilots? That was phase 1. AI agents are phase 2.
And here's the core difference. It really lies in the nature of the interaction itself. Copilots are built on a principle of assistance. They augment what you're doing. They hand you the right tool at just the right time. Agents, though, they're designed for something else entirely. They're designed for replacement. They aren't here to help you do a task. They are here to replace the entire workflow, from start to finish. So to really get the scale of the shift, we first have to be very precise about what a copilot actually is, and maybe more importantly, what it is not. The single defining characteristic of a copilot is that it's reactive. It's a passive tool. It might have incredible capabilities, sure, but it does absolutely nothing until a user gives it a specific, explicit prompt. It's an advanced tool, but it is still just a tool.
And because of that, its limitations are very clear. A copilot doesn't plan out a multi-step strategy. It doesn't decide the next best course of action. It can't execute an end-to-end task on its own. Fundamentally, it always waits for you.
Okay, now let's talk about phase 2. This is where the paradigm really breaks. We're moving from that reactive assistant to a model of autonomous orchestration. And looking at them side by side, the core distinction just becomes crystal clear. Where a copilot is reactive, an agent is autonomous. A copilot waits for your prompt. An agent decides what the next prompt should be. The shift is from assisting you with a task to acting for you to complete an entire goal. Now, this autonomy, it's only possible because of a completely different architecture. First, you give it a high-level goal. Then, its internal planner breaks that goal down into concrete executable steps. Next, it figures out which tools it needs, APIs, code interpreters, and it uses them to get those steps done. All the while, it's maintaining context in a memory layer, and this is the critical part. It uses a feedback loop to evaluate its own results and decide the next best action. All of this without a human in the loop. So let's be very clear about what's happening. We are leaving behind the world of sophisticated text prediction. We are now entering the world of autonomous systems that can coordinate complex tasks to achieve a goal.
Understanding the architecture, that's the first step. The next is to understand the consequences, because this kind of technological shift, it has profound implications for the role of the software developer.
It's time to move past that generic, tired debate. The question isn't a simple yes or no. The real strategic question we should be asking is about which specific skill sets are becoming commoditized by this new architecture. The answer is precise. The role that is most directly in the path of this change is the developer whose main function is just the direct translation of a well-defined ticket into code. That specific workflow is exactly what AI agents are being designed to automate. So on the other side, the developers who are not at risk are the ones who elevate their work. They move from simply writing code to designing systems, and more specifically, designing the very systems of intelligence that will use these agents. So what does this new role actually look like? Well, let's define the new skill set that's required to build and manage and scale these autonomous systems. This is how you stay essential.
To really thrive in this new era, developers need to master these 5 core areas. First, orchestration patterns, designing the logic that lets agents do complex, multi-step tasks. Second, tool APIs and integration, giving agents the power to interact with the real world. Third, vector memory management, giving agents long-term context, the ability to learn. Fourth, evaluation and feedback loops, so agents can self-correct and improve. And finally, multi-agent systems design, architecting how multiple specialized agents can work together to solve even bigger problems.
This is really where the role is headed. Your value is no longer in the line-by-line code, but in the high-level design and orchestration of these intelligent, autonomous parts. The role itself evolves from a craftsperson into an architect. And that is the key takeaway. This isn't just a fleeting trend. It's not marketing hype. This is a fundamental change in the underlying architecture of how we build software. It's happening right now, and the only question is, are you ready to become an architect?